It's time for our Stowe Agency Mimic Insurance Educator of the Month Spotlight, and today we are pleased to welcome and honor from Western Schools 5th grade teacher Danielle Clawson. Good morning.
Good morning, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You're at Western Schools. Which building are you?
I'm at Bean Elementary,
Okay.
Bean.
And you're 5th grade teacher.
5th grade.
5th grade. How long have you been teaching, Danielle?
This is year 25.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, that's fantastic.
25.
All at Western?
All at Western.
That's a lot of kids.
Mm-hmm.
What do they do at Western? Does Mike Smida give you a gold watch or anything at 25?
He should. If he's watching, Mike.
Well, at the end of the year, then when I finish my 25th, I think next year there's probably the gold watch.
There you
I'm
go.
pretty sure.
Actually, they're going to give you a brand new school building.
Yes,
That'll
they
be nice.
are.
That'll be very nice,
yes. They're predicting a year from December.
Okay.
Actually.
Wow, that'll be very
prediction.
exciting. Have you taught elementary your entire career?
All but 1 year. I
Okay.
did middle school special ed, and then I moved to Bean for special ed for about
Okay.
4 years. Then I did 2nd grade for 15.
Okay.
And then 2019, I decided to make a leap to 5th
Okay.
on a whim. And then the world shut down
Yes.
with the pandemic. So,
And
I've
that's
been in
interesting because you were teaching 5th graders during the pandemic, coming off teaching in-person 2nd graders. That had to be a little difficult.
correct. It
Yeah.
was very challenging, but
What's your favorite grade to teach?
well, 5th graders kind of get my sarcasm a little bit better than 2nd graders, but 2nd graders are incredible too because they're warm and fuzzy and they like hugs and
Yeah.
more so than 5th.
I remember my 2nd grade teacher was so memorable, Mrs. Bigelow, and I just love 2nd grade. I thought that was, and it's got to be, very formative for a kid. So I would say being a 2nd grade teacher is pretty important.
You're
I
teaching
think-
so many firsts.
Right. Now, at Western, is middle school 6th through 8th?
Yes, yes.
So you're, last line of defense before middle school. What type of things do you do to get the kids ready for that next step?
We do. We talk a lot about responsibility and building that personal responsibility that once they hit middle school, it's
Yeah.
a lot of on themselves. So really teaching them to be able to, manage their, not only their work, but also themselves
Yep.
and to be able to conflict resolute
Yes.
through things. And we talk about the fork in the road when you head to middle school. There's a lot of decisions to make.
Well, I know you keep the day exciting for the kids, and we've got some photos of some of the activities that go on. Oh, this is pretty exciting.
I never got to hunt when I was in 5th grade. What's going on here, Danielle?
This was actually a 5th grade camp. We go a 2-night, 2.5 day up near Clare. It's
Okay.
Lake Michigan. This is the Mystic Lake YMCA camp where they get to do all sorts of things. A giant swing, archery. We go on a bog walk, a wilderness hike. We keep them very busy, all outdoors.
Is that the big fun for 5th grade, the big thing?
In the fall, yes. Yep. And then we'll do a day trip to Chicago.
Oh, fun. Very cool.
This was a science experiment that we were doing on Halloween prior to our kind of candy rush of the Halloween excitement, trying to decide what would dissolve candy corn.
I would bet acid and nothing but.
Well, we talked about, you're putting that into your bellies, so think
Yes.
about that as we're... This was really fun. We did a partnership with Spring Arbor University and the Interfaith Shelter where we, for 1 week, we took in donations of canned goods and hats and gloves, and the one classroom from all 3 elementaries and the middle school, whoever brought in the most donations won SAU bucket hats for the game.
Awesome.
And as you can see, that is my class there that won.
Congratulations.
We had, we had a family that really pushed us over the top for that. So they were really excited, and it was a really fun time at SAU. Very loud,
Yeah.
but very fun.
Tell us what you love about working at Western, because you've been there your entire career. You must love it there.
I bleed maroon and gold. I actually was born and raised there. I went to
Okay.
Parma Elementary.
Okay.
I grew up right in Parma, and then I moved about 1.5 miles from where I grew up on my family home. And I love the fact that we're neighborhood schools. We're going to be moving all together, but we all know each other. We're a family. We're a community. We support each other.
Did you always want to be a teacher?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I had a really incredible fifth grade teacher, the same one. And then I think probably my middle school teacher, Sue Merswa,
Oh,
was
wow.
the, yes, friends of
Yeah.
JTV. I
Yeah,
know Terry and
yes.
Sue.
Yeah.
I think she probably is the one that cemented it. She I wanted to be like her.
It's amazing. Every teacher I know has someone that they had as a teacher that was the big influence in becoming a teacher.
Well, I don't think you realize how important. Well, I'm sure you do realize how important you are to these kids' lives. I mean, I remember, every single teacher that I had in elementary, I can rattle off their names like that. 35 some odd years
I can
later.
too.
It's amazing. What's your proudest moment as a teacher, do you think?
I think having kids come back and out in the world and as adults and say, you know what, Mrs. Clawson, you made an impact on my life. I had an example of this summer. It took me a minute to remember who she was because I've had a lot of kids, and it was a second grader. It was one of my very first years, but she came back and she said, you know what, you changed my life, and I would just want to tell you that. And so you don't really get that opportunity very often in life to have somebody come and say that and then share what she's doing
That's great.
in the world. So.
Have you had anyone come up to you and say, you had my grandmother for a student?
No, but I have had kids tell me that I'm the same age as their grandmother, and I say, well, you are now moved down the list of my
Yes, there you
favorites.
go.
No, I do have, there's a third grader that I had his dad.
Oh, wow.
So he's coming up through the ranks, and that'll be a first for me. Then I'll
Starting to get the
next generation. Yes.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Well, we thank the Stowe Insurance Agency and Mimic Insurance for honoring teachers in our community. And thank you for coming in today. Danielle, congratulations, the Educator of the Month for November.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Danielle Clawson, teacher at